Hi,
Oh,
we're back, and we have a Criminal Minds story for you.
I'm spinning because I can.
Because she's super excited for this Criminal Minds story, right?
I'm actually kind of scared.
Yeah.
All right.
It is called Unexpected Circumstances by Muffins Are Just Ugly Cupcakes.
Z.
And I decided it was going to be bad because I read the summary. And the summary is this. She smiled at him and grazed her fingers across his lips. I love you, she whispered. Read OC.
Oh yeah, this one also isn't complete. So.
Yeah, but we don't care.
No.
We also have not read this, so. It will be surprising for everyone.
Hotch point of view.
Hotchner, Strauss called from her office. I sighed. Oh god, it's in first person. My good day had just been ruined by the fail that is Aaron Strauss. Author note. You wouldn't expect Hotch to say that, would you? I do, and that's why I put it in there. Sue me.
As I walked to her office, I wondered what she wanted me for. Probably something stupid like always.
Yeah, that sounds exactly like Hotch.
That's kind of how I feel about Strauss. I'm like, God, you're fucking everything up.
It's how I feel about her, but Aaron Hotchner's a professional.
Maybe not in his mind.
Maybe. But when I walked into her office, or should I say lair, I saw her sitting at her desk with a creepy grin on her face, like she knew something I didn't know, and it was big.
After I sat down, she sighed and looked me in the eye.
I'm just gonna cut to the chase here, Aaron.
Yes, ma'am.
Your team is getting a new member.
I just sat there in shock for a moment. A new member?
I then snapped out of it. What's his name?
The door then opened to reveal a voice that I would never forget.
That new agent is a she, and you should know her name by now.
I sprung out of my chair to see my niece, Dominique.
Since when the fuck does he have a niece named Dominique? Okay. Dominique! I then picked her up in a hug and twirled her around.
Oh!
Things Hotch would never
twirl.
do. La 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 la.
It was like this.
It's your turn, it's your turn, it's your turn. Come back.
Oh.
Come back.
I trust that you will make the right decisions with your family member by your side.
And with that, she signaled me to get out of her office.
As Dominique and I walked down the hall, we caught up with each other. So they're walking down the hall together?
I think they're talking.
Oh.
So Dominique, what have you been doing these last few years?
She had to think about it for a second. Stuff.
What?
Stuff, I think.
Why do you think you did stuff?
I don't remember.
We continued to walk down the hall.
That's the lamest conversation I've ever heard in my life.
We were almost to the team when she stopped me.
What if they don't like me? She asked, worried.
I'm sure they'll love you. I do.
You're supposed to. And with that, she latched onto my leg. Why? If she's a...
The fuck?
You know when you are in the mall and you see the little kid hugging their dad's leg and the dad is just walking with the kid on his leg? Yeah, that's me right now. Yeah, they're not gonna like you if you do that. How old is... This is...
Dominique, let go of my leg.
No!
Fine, I give up.
Oh my gosh.
Really easily, too.
I continued to walk down the hall, ignoring the stares I got from other agents. When I got to where the rest of my team was, I was out of breath. Lugging a 4'8", 23-year-old down the hall is not easy.
Oh my god, she's tiny. She's still way too big to be on his leg.
Why would you do that?
It's so unprofessional. Hey guys, could you give me a hand?
My team members looked up from their work. Their faces were hilarious. They were so hilarious that I was laughing. It's a general reaction when things are hilarious. I don't know what shocked them more, me laughing or the fact that someone was holding on to my legs. Or my leg.
Morgan then snapped out of it and tried to get the woman off my leg. Her eyes widened when she saw the large man coming near her, then narrowed. When he made a grab for her, she left off my leg and back to the direction we had come from. I turned to see her starting to run down the hallway.
I don't think that I would want that person working.
No, I don't think I would either.
Read point of view.
As that beautifully demented woman ran off. Wait, beautifully?
Morgan point of view.
When that chick ran off, all of us started to talk at once.
Who was that?
Why was she on your leg?
Why did she run off like that?
Reed and Rossi stayed silent and watched as Hotch started to quiet us down.
That was my niece, Dominique Rochelle Jones. The reason why she was on my leg is because Dominique suffers from a severe case of shyness. So when we got closer to you guys, she started to get more and more nervous. And when you grabbed for her, she got scared, so she ran.
Yeah. I'm shy, and I do not randomly ride around on people's legs.
I do. Just kidding. I'm not shy. Anyway, this is...
Stupid. Why did she get scared? It's not like I was going to do anything to her, I asked.
Due to Dominique's difficult past, she can sometimes be scared of men. This is one of those times.
Just as JJ, author note, this is in the first week of January 2010. Thanks, author. I was about to ask another question. The mail guy came around the corner and said, "Mail for Aaron Hotchner."
That's me.
When Hotch opened his mail, he frowned.
What is it? Reed asked, speaking for the first time since Dominique barged in here. She didn't barge, she was dragged in on a guy's leg.
Hotch didn't respond. He just put something on the floor and stepped back. We all followed suit, not knowing what was about to happen.
A hologram sprang up from the floor and startled us all.
Yeah, no kidding, since holograms don't exist. Hello, everybody. My name is Dominique, and this is my explanation of why I ran out.
Wow.
That was magnificent. Chapter 2.
Alright, the author would like us to know that she does not own Criminal Minds, but wishes she did.
Okay.
Rossi point of view.
Dominique never changes. Author note foreshadowing. Dun dun dun!
Reed point of view.
I frowned. Where did she get the technology to have a hologram pop out? And at that size?
I turned to pay attention to what the hologram was saying.
I was born on February 14th, 1988. Child of Rashonda and Alvin Raymond. At this, she teared up a bit.
Wait, her last name is Jones, not Raymond.
And which one of them is supposed to be related to Hotch?
I would assume not Rashonda.
Rashonda. Aaron and Rashonda.
Aaron and Alvin.
But why is his last name Raymond instead of Hotchner?
Oh, that's a good point.
Oh, maybe she was adopted or something.
When I was 17, I was subjected to things I'd rather not talk about, and they caused my parents to get killed. During that time,
Voldemort killed my parents.
During that time, I inverted into myself and developed an extreme case of shyness. Who talks like that?
Nobody.
Shyness is not like a disease that I've got a case of shyness. I've got a case of being talkative.
As she was talking, I took time to observe her. She was short and petite with a dark complexion. She looked almost exactly like a child, except for the fact that her curves were those that no child should have. She had a small curved nose and a round face. With big full lips and large round eyes, she looked like a Barbie doll with a Cabbage Patch doll face. Creepy but true. Yeah, creepy as fuck. I'm gonna run away now.
I have 7 master's degrees and 4 PhDs.
No. You're 23. No. No.
It's like a year older than us.
It was ridiculous enough that Reed had 3 PhDs at 23. But fuck you, you're not Reed.
Most of them have to do with psychology and things to do with our job. But some of them have to do with children.
What? I have a master's degree in things to do with children.
That sounds creepy.
It's not like the only thing you could possibly get a master's degree.
That sounds creepy.
I will tell you more when you find me. Toodaloo, she cackled and the hologram shut off.
Hotch point of view. Your turn.
Oh, excuse me. When the hologram shut off, everybody started to talk over each other.
What the heck was that?
I'm so confused.
That's how I feel too. Oh, what?
Everyone be quiet, I yelled. I needed to get help with this letter before I get too angry at my niece.
Letter. Everyone stopped talking and looked at me.
We need to find her. She said in the letter that she was where the heart is. I said, slightly confused. Where the heart is? What?
What? The chest cavity. Morgan chuckled. I sent a glare his way and he immediately stopped laughing.
I looked around the room. Everybody looked confused except for Reed. Reed had that look on his face like he was thinking something through.
What, Reed? What are you thinking?
Home, he stated.
Ew. What? I asked.
Home is where the heart is. It fits. Hot, where's our house? He asked.
Oh my god. Why could the rest of them not figure that out? I thought that as soon as she said where the heart
God,
is.
you're retarded. I was just more like, what the fuck?
I ran to my office and picked up Dominique's file off my desk.
Well, now you're spelling Dominique differently.
Also, why wouldn't he know where his niece lives? I then ran back to the bullpen and scanned the file quickly.
217 Grand Black Haven Circle, I said.
Prentice point of view.
I don't know much about Virginia, without a map at least, but I know enough to know that house was in a neighborhood that only uppity people lived in. You must know a lot about Virginia then. I know all the streets in Virginia.
Guys, Dominique lives in a rich neighborhood, I said.
So, Morgan asked.
Do you really think those people would appreciate the FBI coming to their neighborhood?
Doesn't matter what they think, we're the FBI, Hotch said as he walked toward the elevator, a scowl on his face as he did.
What the hell? This is
like the stupidest thing.
We all glanced at each other, asking a silent question as we did. How did this girl have so much effect on Hotch?
Time lapse.
That was mine. Alright. The tension in the SUV was so thick you could cut it with a knife. Oh, hi, cliche. In an attempt to relieve some of it, I tried talking to Hotch. Hotch, what is your niece like?
It worked. Hotch's eyes lit up in a way that they only lit up for Jack. Then he started to talk so fast that he could barely get the words out of his mouth, and I could barely understand him.
Dominique is such a good girl. She's so sweet and playful and light-hearted, but she can be bitter when she is in that mood. Did you know that both of her parents are dead? Yeah, because she just said...
Like, did you know?
It's a shame, right? She's rich. I'm so proud of her.
This is so in character. Hotch acts exactly like this all the time.
I'm so proud of her. She won the lottery once. She's only 23. And it all went up the hill from there. She invested her money and got enough money to do all sorts of stuff. Like buy this house.
Author, you do know that you cannot... I don't think you can do the lottery until you're 21.
Well, maybe she won it when she was 21.
But she really hasn't had enough time to invest her money and make a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really like the least of the problems with the story. At this, we pulled up in front of the biggest house I have ever seen. I don't think you could even call it a house. It was more like a mansion. The house was very open, with many windows. It was in the middle of a very large lot, so there was lots of space for activities in the yard, and I could tell that Dominique used that to her advantage. I could see a garden and lots of playground equipment as well. Why would she need that?
Yeah, she's 23. Anyway, the rest of the lot, from what I could see, was filled up with a football field, a soccer field, a baseball, softball field, tennis courts, and a whole bunch of other stuff.
Bullshit.
And each and every field had a flag on it that stated Home of the Dragons. Home of the Dragons? What? What is that about?
Read POV. Yeah.
As we all got out of the car, we put our hands on our guns just in case. I heard Morgan talking to Prentice, and I listened to their conversation.
Do you think Hotch would really make us search this whole house? Prentice asked.
No, I don't think he will. I mean, he has to know where she likes to chill in the place or something, Morgan replied. I don't think so, because he didn't even know where she lived.
Hotch suddenly yelled out, Guys, I've got it!
We all rushed over to him. What is it?
I got a text from her.
I just read down. What?
He showed us the text.
From Dominique.
I'm with my munchkins.
What? What does that mean, Hotch? I asked.
There's no time to explain. Just follow me.
So he led us into the house, and after going down about 7 hallways, I counted, we arrived in a large office. I could tell it was also used as a library, because there were books everywhere. Good indicator. It seemed like heaven. I did not have enough time to properly appreciate it, though, because Hotch quickly pushed us through a door I didn't notice. But what I saw in this room was more amazing than the library.
Cliffhanger ending!
And we
will never find out who the Munchkins are.
We might update if they ever
Maybe.
update
When
it.
I want to see the review,
Okay, there's one review. We're gonna read it. The girl Dominique seems kind of strange. What's up with her? Yeah, I agree. She does not act like any 23-year-old I've ever met.
Yeah, and Hotch is not acting like himself either.
Everyone's kind of out of character.
You know? I wonder if there's... Oh, wait, the reason might be the author sucks.
Yeah, that's
and you can sign out of my email if you want.
No, never. I'm going to read all your messages.
No.
Oh, there it is. I'm not used to Yahoo. I'm sure this is thrilling video material.
I bet. Hey, look, Daniel Radcliffe.
Potter. He can point to scenes where his past drinking woes are evidence.
What?
Is he old enough to...
Is he even old enough to have past drink? He's like
he's like
a year older than us.
Could he have?
I think.
He was drunk during Harry Potter scenes.
All the time. What?
Let's find out when. I guess in England he's British and
that's true.
Oh, he's 22. What? He went to work. Okay. He went to work still drunk. Okay.
What? Tell me what scenes. Tell me.
I don't think it says.
Fuck.
We're gonna have to watch them and look for when he's dead behind the eyes. And that's when. Anyway.
Oh, God.
Anything else interesting that we can say right now?
No. I think we could tell them that I want to watch DS9.
I do too. Kind of.
That's always what happens. We read bad DS9 FanFiction, and then we're like, I want to watch DS9.
Yeah. You should do the face.
No.
Please?
No.
Fine.
Do that face. Oh, that's cooler.
Yeah, it's weird. That was great. Why did we do that? All right, well.
Because we're the greatest.
Bye. Also, anybody watching this, we get tired of looking for bad fanfiction, so you should, like, send us some.
Yeah.
We'd like that.
We would lots.
Better than...
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right, bye.
Choose.